Your blood sugar may be highest when you haven't eaten for hours. Think about that for a moment. You go to bed doing everything right. You avoid sugar. You skip late snacks. And still, you wake up to a number that makes no sense. Most people don't realize this. Your body can raise blood sugar on its own, even while you sleep. Listen carefully. This is where it gets dangerous, because you may think the problem is your food, but the real problem may be something deeper. Stay with me. You did everything right yesterday. So why did your number get worse today? That question frustrates millions of people over 50, and the answer is not what most people expect. Tonight, I'm going to show you what is actually happening inside your body, and why a simple change before bed can shift your numbers more than you think. My name is Dr. Nox Carter. I've worked with metabolic health for over 2 decades, and I've seen the same pattern again and again. People try to do everything right. They cut sugar, they avoid carbs, they follow every rule they've been given, and still, their morning numbers don't improve. Here's the problem. Most people are solving the wrong part of the equation. Blood sugar is not only about what you eat, it is also about what your body does when you are not eating. Most people don't realize this. Your body has systems designed to remove excess glucose. Those systems work while you sleep. Listen carefully. When those systems are not supported, blood sugar can rise overnight. Even if you ate perfectly the day before, stay with me. Because once you understand this, everything about blood sugar starts to make sense. And more importantly, you begin to see what actually helps. Let me tell you about Margaret. She is 68 and very disciplined. She avoids sugar completely. She rarely eats bread or fruit. She checks her blood sugar every morning, and every morning she hopes for a better number. Most people don't realize this. She is doing everything she was told to do. Listen carefully. One evening she eats a light dinner. Grilled chicken and steamed vegetables. No dessert. No snacks after. She goes to bed feeling confident. Stay with me. The next morning she checks her blood sugar, and it is higher than the day before. She pauses. She tries to remember what she ate. She goes through every detail. Here's the problem. She didn't do anything wrong. This is where it gets dangerous. Margaret begins to cut even more food. Less fruit. Less calories. She becomes stricter. But the numbers don't improve. Week after week, the same pattern continues. She feels frustrated, confused, and slowly she starts to believe something painful, that her body is failing her. But here's the truth. Her body is not broken. It is reacting to something she has never been taught to understand, something that happens quietly while she sleeps. Now let me tell you about Robert. He is 72 and lives a simple routine. He does not focus much on his numbers. He eats what he enjoys. He assumes he feels fine. Most people don't realize this. Blood sugar problems can stay silent for years. Stay with me. Some nights, Robert wakes up thirsty. His mouth feels dry. He drinks water and goes back to sleep. He doesn't think much about it. Listen carefully. Over time, he starts to feel different. His mornings feel slower. His head feels slightly foggy. His energy is lower than before. He ignores it. This is where it gets dangerous. One morning, he finally checks his blood sugar. The number surprises him. It is much higher than he expected. He feels confused because he didn't eat anything during the night. Here's the problem. His body has been producing glucose on its own, night after night. His liver has been releasing sugar while he was asleep, and he never noticed. Stay with me, because by the time he sees the number, the pattern is already established, but not permanent, and that is the part most people are never told. Now you can see the pattern. Margaret did everything right. Robert paid almost no attention, but both ended up in the same place. Listen carefully. This is the part most people never understand. Blood sugar is not only about what goes in, it is also about what your body fails to remove. Here's the problem. Your body has built-in systems designed to clear excess glucose. Those systems are supposed to work quietly, especially at night. Most people don't realize this. While you sleep, your body is still active. It is balancing hormones, repairing tissue, and regulating glucose levels. Stay with me. When those systems slow down, glucose begins to build up, even without food. This is where it gets dangerous. Because you cannot see it happening, there are no strong symptoms at first, only small signals. Higher numbers in the morning, less stable energy, and over time, those small changes become a pattern. Here's what matters. You are not just managing meals, you are managing a system, And once you understand that system, everything starts to change. Now, let me explain this in a simple way. Think of your bloodstream like a highway. Glucose is the traffic moving through it. Every time you eat, more cars enter the road. Your body uses insulin to move that traffic off the highway into your cells, where it becomes energy. Most people don't realize this. When this system works well, traffic flows smoothly. But when insulin is not effective, traffic begins to build up. Here's the problem. Your cells stop responding properly. This is called insulin resistance. Listen carefully. Insulin is still present, but your cells are not listening, so glucose stays in your blood longer. This is where it gets dangerous, because over time that extra glucose causes damage to your nerves, to your blood vessels, and to your organs. Stay with me. This is not just about high numbers. It is about how your body is losing efficiency. And once that efficiency drops, your system struggles to recover. But here's the important part. This process can be supported, and sometimes small changes can make a real difference. Now, let's talk about the part almost nobody explains clearly. Your liver. Most people think blood sugar only comes from food, but your liver can produce glucose on its own. Stay with me. During the night, your body still needs energy, so your liver releases stored glucose into your bloodstream. This is completely normal. Most people don't realize this. Your body is designed to keep your brain fueled, even while you sleep. Listen carefully. The problem begins when that system loses control. Instead of releasing a small amount, your liver releases too much. This is where it gets dangerous. Because this happens without you eating anything, your blood sugar rises overnight, and by morning your number is already elevated. Stay with me. There is also something called the dawn phenomenon. In the early morning hours, your body prepares you to wake up. It releases hormones like cortisol. Those hormones signal your liver to release even more glucose. Here's the problem. If your system is not balanced, that release becomes excessive, so your blood sugar rises before your day even begins. Most people blame dinner, but the real cause may be what happened overnight. And once you understand this, you stop fighting the wrong battle. Now, let's talk about why this matters, not just for your numbers, but for your body. Listen carefully. When blood sugar stays high, it does more than sit in your bloodstream. It begins to react with proteins. This process is called glycation. Most people don't realize this. Glucose starts to stick to the walls of your blood vessels. Over time, those vessels become stiffer, less flexible. Here's the problem. Healthy blood vessels need to expand and contract easily. That is how proper circulation works. This is where it gets dangerous. When vessels become stiff, blood flow slows down. Oxygen delivery becomes less efficient. Your muscles receive less support. Your nerves become more sensitive. Stay with me. This is why people begin to notice numbness in their feet or tingling in their hands. It is not random. It is a signal that circulation is changing, and over time, this affects your entire system, your heart, your kidneys, your brain. Most people focus only on the number, but the real issue is what that number is doing inside your body. And once damage begins, it becomes harder to reverse, but not impossible. And that is where the next step becomes important. Now, let's talk about what actually helps, because this is where things begin to change. Listen carefully. There are 3 natural compounds that support your system in different ways, and when used together, they become much more powerful. Stay with me. The first is turmeric. Inside turmeric is a compound called curcumin. Most people don't realize this. Chronic inflammation plays a major role in insulin resistance. Curcumin helps reduce that inflammation, which allows your cells to respond better to insulin. Here's the problem. On its own, curcumin is not absorbed well. This is where it gets important. A small amount of black pepper helps your body absorb it. Stay with me. The second ingredient is cinnamon, but not just any cinnamon, Ceylon cinnamon. Most people use the common type, but this one has stronger metabolic effects. It helps your cells take in glucose more efficiently, and it slows how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream after meals. Listen carefully. This creates a smoother glucose curve, which means less stress on your system overnight. Now, the third ingredient is the most important, moringa. Most people have never heard of it, but it supports your body in multiple ways at once. Stay with me. It helps improve insulin sensitivity, it slows glucose absorption, and it supports your liver during the night. This is where it gets powerful. Because your liver is the organ that controls overnight glucose release, and supporting it can change your morning numbers. These three ingredients do not work as a quick fix. They work by supporting the systems inside your body, and when those systems improve, your results begin to follow. Now let's talk about timing, because this part is often overlooked. Listen carefully. When you take something matters just as much as what you take. Your body follows a daily rhythm. Most people don't realize this. At night, your body shifts into a repair and regulation mode. Your liver becomes more active. Your hormones begin to change. Stay with me. This is when your blood sugar patterns for the next morning are being set. Here's the problem. If you only focus on daytime habits, you miss this critical window. This is where it gets dangerous, because the overnight period is where many imbalances begin. Now, here is the simple routine. 30 to 60 minutes before bed, you prepare a warm drink. 1 teaspoon of moringa powder, half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, a small pinch of turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper. Mix it with warm water or herbal tea. Drink it slowly. Stay with me. This is not about a quick result. It is about consistency. Over time, this routine supports your system when it matters most. Now, here is what you do next. Follow this for 30 days. Check your blood sugar each morning. Write it down. Do not judge a single day. Look at the trend. Most people don't realize this. The pattern over time is what tells the real story. And that is where you begin to see the shift. Now, let's strengthen this even further, because small habits can make a big difference. Listen carefully. There is one simple action most people completely overlook: a short walk after dinner. Stay with me. When your muscles move, they can absorb glucose directly, without needing insulin. Most people don't realize this. This creates another pathway for lowering blood sugar. Even a slow walk helps. 10 to 15 minutes is enough. Here's the problem. Many people sit after dinner, and that keeps glucose circulating longer in the blood. This is where it gets dangerous, because that extra glucose becomes part of your overnight load. Now, let's talk about sleep. Sleep is not just rest. It is metabolic recovery. During deep sleep, your body resets important systems. Stay with me. Poor sleep increases cortisol. Cortisol tells your liver to release more glucose, so even one bad night can affect your morning number. Most people don't realize this. Sleep quality matters just as much as food choices. Now, one more factor: stress. Chronic stress raises cortisol, and cortisol raises blood sugar. Even if you eat perfectly, here's the problem. Many people focus only on diet, but ignore the environment their body is living in. This is where it gets powerful. When you combine better sleep, a short walk, and a consistent evening routine, you create a different internal state, and that is when real change begins. I want to leave you with something important. Your blood sugar is not your enemy. It is a signal that your body needs better support. Listen carefully. You are not failing. You are responding to a system that needs attention. Most people don't realize this. Your body still has the ability to rebalance, even after 60. Stay with me. The number you see in the morning is not a final judgment. It is information, and information can guide change. Here's the problem. Too many people give up too early. They try something for a few days and expect immediate results. This is where it gets dangerous, because real change comes from consistency, small actions repeated daily. Over time, those actions reshape your system. Stay with me. Start with one step, then build from there. If this video helped you understand what is really happening, take a moment to like it and subscribe to the channel for more simple guidance. In the next video, I will show you one common habit people do after dinner that quietly raises blood sugar night after night. Most people never realize it, and once you see it, you will never ignore it again. Thank you for staying with me. Take care of yourself tonight, and I will see you very soon.